Hey, how you doing? This is my arrangement of the John Lennon song Imagine. The original key is C major. I've done it here in the key of G, and I've kind of taken a little bit different approach with the groove of it just to make it a little bit more interesting. It's going to start with a bit of a G shape here at the beginning. Second finger on the G and then the first finger on the B. I'm going to do two thumbs here, and then I'm going to set up this little figure at the beginning. So it's all marked in there where the thumb notes are. I'm going to slow that down for you. Yeah, I had a little flub up in there, but it's kind of tight. Slow one more time. So those tied notes give you that floating effect, you know, where the note's being tied through, and I like that feel. That's just how I arrange stuff. So that kind of sets up the figure there at the beginning. Okay, now we're going to switch to this fingering with the G note on the third finger on the low G, little finger on the D note, which is the third fret on the second string. It's all in the score there. I marked those in for you too. And it kind of goes like this. It's a little cramped in there. I didn't know what else to do because I want those bass notes to sustain, but I need to get that F sharp in there as well. So the best fingering I found was the one that I had here. So that each time around, very similar. You've got this and the bass each time around. But the way he changes and phrases the melody is the cool part, so that's why I really had to notate each one, and they all are different, but so each time it is different at the end, and you can kind of, what I'm doing is singing the song in my mind, and that kind of really reinforces to me the way the rhythm of the melody goes versus how I played it. Okay, now C shape. Bit of a pre-chorus there. C, G over B, and then I'm gonna hit the B, then two opens. I'm gonna slide that guy up to the B up here on the 7th fret. So. Now this bit is just a half bar, 5th fret, it's an A minor chord, open 5th string A. Now a full bar 3rd fret, it's a G. I'm not putting these two guys down because I'm not going to play them. Just leave them out of the way. D chord, and then D again there, and then it's E minor 7. And then this is a D7 shape inversion. Some people haven't played this one. It's called D7 over F sharp. There's an F sharp, and then a C, and then a D, and then the A on top there. You might recognize this chord more, which is like a C7 first position, but it's D7 because it's here. Now, you just leave the 2nd finger and the 1st finger there, and bring these 2 fingers over here. So instead of playing a D here and a C, you're going to play a C and an A. And it's a really nice kind of sounding chord. You know, it doesn't give us the root note D on the bass, but that's okay because I've got, and then I finally let it go there with the D there. Okay, then the second ending goes through. There's a repeat, verse 2, pre-chorus 2, second ending. It's going to do this. Okay, so this is the same. And then I'm going to hit a harmonics, 12th fret on the 12th fret on the 4th string, 12th fret on the 2nd string. And the way you do harmonics is instead of playing your finger behind the note like you do on a normal note, you actually put your finger up right on top of where the fret would be, and you land it very gently. Don't press down, you just touch. But here you smack it, and that here. So butterfly lands on the string very gently. You hit the string with the hammer and scare it away, and that makes a nice sound. Now I'm going to hit the 1st finger here on the D 10th fret, slide it to the B, and then the little finger on the A, slide it to the G, and hit, go into my C chord shape. So it's like this. Kind of a fun thing to do. Not super hard, but you gotta go slow. Metronome. And then gradually find the tempo that you want. Okay, now chorus. C chord with the G on top. Into a D. Into a G. B7. So recapping, it's a C with a G on top. I'm sorry. So C, D chord, G, B7, and then it kind of goes again. But again, the melody. The rhythm of the melody changes based on how the words are, so that's why I had to write it. Each time was different. Now this, it gets to our C. This is a D7 inversion. It's the same one we did here, but you just don't play the F sharp on the 4th string. It's just an open. I'm going to hit the chord first on the Ah of beat 2, and then the D comes on beat 3. So it kind of sounds, you know, it's anticipating that beat 3. Then open G, and then you slide the B down. So I'm going to do that part again. This is the whole chorus section. you'll notice when I play these tunes and you watch these videos that my A finger's doing a lot of the melody work up here on the high string. So it comes back to the very beginning videos that you've watched or tried to learn, like Romance and those other tunes that I've showed you. That A finger's the melody. It has to pop out on top of everybody else. So when there's harmony, for instance, I'll play the chorus again and really focus this time on hearing when the melody stops and how I play the harmony part softer. So oh, I'm sorry. Well, don't pay attention to the last part, but the point was, I did okay up until then. If I play the whole thing like this, everything has too much emphasis, you know. It has to sound like there's two people playing, rhythm part and the melody part, so you've got to play it that way. A lot of times the I finger takes that place. Okay, so that is Imagine by John Lennon. I'll try to play through once. I'm not going to take any repeats. I'll just try to play it through here. Alright, I hope that's helpful. But, you know, take the repeats and make it a little longer, more interesting, but I just wanted to kind of play through it there a little bit for you. I hope that's interesting, and just shoot me an email if you have any questions. Thanks.